how you doing? We are here today at Big Jump USA in Rio de Janeiro, and we're here to share some updates with you about how life and business have been going during the pandemic.
Rio de Janeiro has been under a lockdown, so all restaurants, all places of entertainment have been shut down, all schools as well, which is causing a lot of mothers and families to get upset. The emotions are flying high, and here in the trampoline park, we have been closed down in this lockdown for about 2 weeks now. Fortunately, we can open up again on Friday with additional restrictions that are slowly suffocating us to death, but we're dealing with it. We're survivors, and we know that we can get through this.
So we're sitting in an empty park on a Wednesday afternoon. Today's April 7th. This is the second time our park has been shut down since we opened in August, and it's been difficult.
Yeah, so this lockdown was supposed to be a 10-day super holiday. They call it a feriadão. At the end of that 10 days, the governor of Rio de Janeiro, he decided that we needed to extend this lockdown to particular establishments such as entertainment, restaurants, bars, those types of things. So we fit inside of that category as a place of entertainment. So we need to be shut down or locked down for an additional 5 days. So it'll be a total of 15 days that we will have been in this lockdown.
And this is the second lockdown that we've had to actually shut our business down and close our business down. And there's a lot of emotions around that. First of all, in some ways we support it. We know that the numbers are really high right now in Brazil and that it is very important to be safe. And we as business owners want to be responsible because we do have a social business. But then on the other side, we have kids to feed. Like,
how can a business survive without doing business? We still have the labor laws here in Brazil do not help us at all. They actually hurt us substantially, and we don't have any help. We don't have any support. We just have to comply, and if we don't comply, then we will be heavily fined and punished.
Yeah. So that means we're still paying our employees. We still have all of our normal regular bills to pay, but without any income. So that's so stressful. It's been really hard to deal with. We're trying to work the numbers, figure out what we can do, how we can do it, and it just looks bad. It's bad for all business owners. It's bad for the economy, for the world economy, and it's really hard. It's really hard, and business owners are suffering. And so we've come to a point where we've had to make some really, really hard decisions. And we are so sad to announce that we have had to shut down Big Jump in Salvador. And it was something we didn't want to do. We hung on to Salvador for an entire year. It has been closed for the entire year.
We've paid our employees there for an entire year. We were hoping that we could open up, but that just did not materialize. And so eventually we had to make the decision to close that park down and shut down operations completely in Salvador.
Makes me so sad because that was our baby, that was our heart and soul. We sold our house to fund that trampoline park. And, you know, for me, I was like, there's no way. We are hanging on, we're holding on. I'm not gonna let this park close no matter what. And so we did, we kept thinking, okay, in just another month, in another month, it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And we hung on for as long as we possibly could. But now that we're shut down in Rio, we don't have any money to fund the other park because it was very expensive just to keep it closed. So we've had to shut down. And I feel like I have a family member in the hospital who's dying and I can't even be there. We have had our manager organize everything and take the entire park apart, move it out of Salvador. Well, it's still in Salvador, move it out of the building, and it's sitting in a warehouse now. And we weren't even there to take care of it, to close it, to be there for personal closure, to say goodbye to our employees and to some of our favorite customers. And that's just been so hard, such a letdown, such a disappointment. And it's only and all because of the pandemic.
I think the political climate in the east of Brazil is different than it is in other parts of the country. And so where we could operate here on a restricted basis, but there in Salvador it was complete shutdown. So I do blame politics and politicians for us having to close down. And we know a lot of people who have actually moved out of the Northeast because of the very strict and oppressive and very bad policies that have been in place in the Northeast. And it only hurts that portion of the country.
Yeah. So we have some footage here that our manager took. It shows Salvador being taken down, and we just wanted to share that with you.
Tô aqui no Big Jump. Hoje é o primeiro dia de trabalho de desmontagem do parque. Estamos aí empenhados, né, em remover os equipamentos, os móveis, e infelizmente vem à tona agora, né, todas as coisas que foram passadas durante esse período aqui desde junho de 2018. Tivemos um ano muito bom também em 2019. Ficamos em 2020 os 3 primeiros meses também indo muito bem, mas aí com a pandemia, a intensificação dela na nossa cidade, desde o dia 18 de março de 2020 que a gente está sem nenhum tipo de atividade nesse parque. São muitas coisas que vêm à mente e eu vou mostrar, né, o processo dessa desmontagem para ajudar a vocês verem como é que tá o parque hoje.
So the footage that you see here, my manager took. He was a part of the whole process of getting that park taken apart and everything wrapped up, and so he has been great and wonderful and been a big support during this time. But the whole thing, for us as business owners, as parents, as a family, and all the other people who have suffered out there, and I know that there are so many, like, our heart goes out to you. I know that this is a hard time for everyone, and it's just getting harder. It's not getting easier. I mean, our business is shut down, you know, and here we are over a year later. I never thought it would come to this, but here we are.
It feels like we're being suffocated by political policy and also by this virus. Yeah, it's kind of a sick metaphor, right? That we're slowly suffocating to death.
So, we do have some good news. We actually do have some good news, and we are positive people. We really believe in counting your blessings and focusing on the positive no matter what. So first of all, I'm just grateful that we're here, we're alive, we're healthy, we have our family, and you know, we still do have a lot of great things to focus on. And so we still are optimistic about the future, and we're really excited to say that we're gonna move the park in Salvador to Rio. And we are hoping to find a place and to get it open and to have more success. We believe it'll be more successful here in Rio than it was in Salvador. And so I feel like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's still a long road. We still have to figure out a lot of stuff, and we still have to kind of get it here, find a location, and set up a whole nother business. But we still have that option because we still have a park. So that's something we're looking forward to.
We are actively looking for a secondary location for our equipment that we dismantled in Salvador, and we want to put everything together here in Rio de Janeiro. So if you know of any location that is good for us for a trampoline park, that means we need 1,000 square meters of space. We need, yeah, see all this space?
Yeah, high ceilings.
So 6 meters of height we need.
Yeah.
And parking is a very
great.
important part of our business. We need a place with lots of parking.
So 1,000 square meters,
6 meters of height, and parking.
So we're interested in Rio, the state. So neighborhoods, different places. It doesn't have to be in Baja de Tijuca where we're located now.
We want to expand into different areas in Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah. So if you guys have any idea of any possible locations, maybe you know a realtor, maybe you know an owner of a building that's not in use, please let us know. Now, YouTube won't allow us to have comments on our channel because we have kids on our channel. So if you could pop over to Instagram, message me, leave me a DM, I would love that. Our Instagram is Our Brazilian Life. If you have any locations in Rio, we'd love to speak with you and talk with you and work with you. So let us know.
Doing business in Brazil is not easy. It's difficult, and it's even more difficult in the face of this pandemic. But we know that there's an end to all of this. This too shall pass, and that we'll overcome all the obstacles and any difficulties that come our way. They're all challenges, right? That we can overcome.
Yeah. We're gonna end this video on a positive note because there's always things to be grateful for. We have still a lot of blessings in our life, and pretty soon we're gonna be able to open up this park.
You hear that?
It's quiet.
You hear those crickets? Well, on Friday, we will not be able to hear those crickets because we're gonna open up this trampoline park. We're gonna turn up the music, and we're gonna have a good time here with a lot of people.
So we'll be open, our doors will open, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna keep this business going as strong as we can. We're gonna do everything we can to keep it going, specifically by paying attention to those COVID guidelines and keeping it super clean. We sanitize our park every single hour after every session. All of the cleaning rules in place, everything. So we'll be here, we'll be ready, we'll be clean, and we're gonna keep this park going, and let's work together to get another big jump opened. Love you guys, ciao.